Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how you can create frame gap using HTML CSS and also JavaScript. So let's look at the project that we're going to create. So the default color has been selected is black. So I'm going to write something, trying something. I'm able to see the default size and default color, but I can increase or decrease the size. So let's say I'm going to decrease the size like this one, and I can change the color, and yeah, I'm gonna clear it all of the time. I can do that, and also you can select your custom on color to drawing that like this one. So yeah, so let's look at that, how we can create it. So I'm gonna close my browser and close this one project, and this is the default basic structure, style.css and script.js. So we're going to use three things or three technologies to create it. So without further ado, let's get started by the code. So I'm going to use canvas tag. Inside that I'm going to assign the ID is canvas, and I'm going to assign the width manually because you must be assigned the width and height on there, otherwise you will face the problem when you will use the CSS to design it. So I'm gonna assign height is 600 pixels. After that I'm gonna use tools. I'm gonna use swap and colors. Right. Then I'm gonna use the label tag, assign the attribute for is color and colors, and use ally, colors is option, and inside that I'm gonna leave the ally tags because I will display the colors inside the ally tag, right? So this is the first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Then I'm gonna select the ally tag. Inside that I'm gonna use input type color, right? And I assign the ID's color picker, and assign the value, the default value I will assign that is for a 9 and F0, right? Then after the UL tag, no, I need to use UL tag as well. After the UL tag I will create another UL tag and assign the other tool, right? Inside that I'm going to use a layer, file size, and I'm going to use input type range to display the range, and assign the ID is range, and assign the min value is 5 and max value is 50. You can increase or decrease the size if you want. Right, so after that I will use the size in a minute. So it's my mistake. So I will use it inside the ally tag, and also I will use it as a label tag to display the size. Right, so size and input range is appeared inside the ally tag. And last thing I'm gonna add it is pattern tag, clear, ID is boolean clear, and I'm gonna assign the type is pattern. This is class, by the way, right? So save, and this is the structure of the HTML. So yeah, here is our project, but don't worry, we will manage it using CSS. So need to go on CSS. In the CSS, the step number 1, I want to display all of the content in the center of the page. So I need to select my body and use display flags, align item center, and I need to use flex direction as column, and I will use main height 100 VH, justify content center, and I'm going to use background color hash 424949. So, and look at that. And then I need to select the font family as well, because Poppins. And yeah, first we can save it, and yeah, the colors of font has been changed. Right, so select the canvas, it's the ID, and I'm going to use the background color is white to display the background color right now, as you can see. And then I'm going to use border radius 5 pixel, box shadow 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 10 pixel, RGB 0005, and then I'm going to select tools. First we're going to select the tools, and I will use display flags, align item center with value 1200 pixel, or background color is DDD, margin 1 rem 0, and border radius 5 pixel, and I will use the same box shadow that I used on there. So, and look at that. Right, then I need to select the row. Right, so select the row, use display flags with 100%, and justify on center, align item center, and I'm going to use padding to make a space with our tool which appeared inside the row section. So look at that. Don't worry, we will use the CSS to remove the bullets. Let's select the row UL tag. Let's just start out on this num display flags, align it in center, and yeah, I already mentioned the font family on top. And first we're going to save it, and let's look at that. Right, but also we need to select the alert tag as well. Row highlight tag. Everything is the center with our text. Right, cool. So let's move on the label tag. So row your label tag. So I need to add the margin left and right to make a space. After that I need to select the colors, and after the colors have options, so I'm going to use display flags. Just if I can in the space between, just a minute. I'm going to use space between, and then I need to select the colors option, right? And the option I need to use cursor is pointer, and height is 300 pixel, not 30 pixel. Width also 30 pixel, and border radius 50%, margin top to make a space 5 pixel, margin right 4 pixel first, and I will use the position relative because I will select that as a pseudo selector and child. So in a minute, first we're going to save it, and you can't see anything else inside there because I need to add the background color and also border of the each option tag. So I'm going to select it, use option, but this time I'm going to leave the position relative. Just use option and child. The first one I need to leave, the first one I need to select the second one. Use the background, and I'll use border 1 pixel solid DDD. So, and look at that, right? Then I need to select one by one. This will 3, and I'm going to use it as the background color is, I don't need that, 0, and that is 4, and that color is E02020, and that will phi, and the phi I will use the 6DD for double and 6, and the 6 I will use 4898F7. First we say 1 2 3 4 5 7, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, it's perfect, but we need to manage it. Why those content is up here in there? So just a minute, I need to check that. Okay, I will manage it already. This time I just assign the colors, and yeah, I need to assign the colors. So this is 6, and I need to select 7, and the 7 I will use F7CF4I. So, and yeah, perfect. So let's move on the next one. So I need to select the colors, options, not, and I will create this one class on letter. I need to use selected before, and I will use position absolute. Then I need to use the position relative on there, because I will add the background color or border inside the color. So use content is none, top 50%, left 50%, height 12, width 12 pixel, background color in height, and I'll use the border 2 pixel solid and FFF, and I want to display the border in the center, so I'll use transform translate -50%, comma -50%. So the content or border has been appeared inside the color, but I need to assign the color class is selected on particular highlighted. So I'm gonna select that, selected, just a minute, why colors not selected before, position is absolute, content top 50%, left 50, height, background, why, I don't know why. Okay, I get that. Yeah, it's up here right now, as you can see, but I need to add the border radius to round it that border, right? So 50%, so 7, yeah, it's up here right now, as you can see, right? And then we need to select the other things, like I need to select that and use the cursor as pointer on there. After that I need to select the other tools, other underscore tools. I'm going to use display flags, align item center, and first we're going to save it, and but I think I need to check my code to solve the problem why I can't see 1 2 3 in a minute. Just a minute, guys. First of all, I need to get that and keep it alert, take, paste it. And the next one I need to assign the class on there is options, right? Because I have selected it many times, so I need to select this one, right? So this is the first one and this is the second one, so I need to select the row and assign that as position is just tent space between, save, and look at that. In the right side have content, in the left side have a content, right? Cool. So last thing I need to add is background color of the button. So we need to select the other tools, and inside that have a button. So I need to use outline now. The border is a norm, padding 0.4 pm, background color is #42, and the dark color, the color is white. Why? And font family I will use inherit, means same color. Right, cool, right now. But also I need to add the cursor is pointer. So I'm gonna get the selected from second and third to add it second one. Right, cool, perfect. So the final and last section is JavaScript. It is very important and very helpful. You will learn a lot of new things inside the JavaScript. So first of all, I will get all of the data and we're gonna store the data inside our variables. So let's do that. I'm gonna use canvas document.get element by id, and I will use canvas. The next one, I need to select a color element document.get element by id, and I think color id, color picker, yeah. Then const range element get element by id, and that is range boolean clear get element by id and boolean clear. Finally, I need to select the const options element that query selector all, right? So we need to select the colors like that, and inside the colors you have an option, right? So I need to select that because I will use it to display the particular class when user will click on the particular section. So let's work on the drawing section. So create a variable const, write the ctx, write any name as you want. So you need to select your particular ID of the canvas variable. Then inside that you need to use get context. This is the method, and inside that you need to pass 2D, right? Once you pass it, then you can use this one to display the drawing. Inside that have many functions, many features. So let's do the how we can use that to display the drawing, right? So this function draw circle. I'm going to use function draw circle. Inside that I'm going to pass the parameter y and x. Y means left and x means left and right, y means top and bottom. So I need to select the ctx dot begin path. Once you assign that, then you need to use ctx dot arc, and inside that you need to assign the size, positions, and also the circle range, right? So in the two parameters you need to pass x means the position x and y, right? The next one is size. I will create a size variable. The default size I will assign it is 20. I will create a size is 20, right? This is a size of the bush, right? After that you need to assign it the positions. I'm going to use 0, and then I need to use math.pi times by 2, right? Once you've done that, then you need to select the ctx.fill style. You need to assign the style, which style you want to assign it. So I will create another variable, let color. I assign that as a black, like that. Okay, I will assign that as a text the black, so I need to assign the color is black, right? And final and last thing, you need to use ctx.fill. That's it. So you need to target your function, and inside that you need to assign the positions and size. So let's say I'm going to use 300, 100, 300 and 500. So once we see the circle on there, right? Cool. So this is the circle size. If you increase the size like 50, there we go, and those are positions and size. So let's say I will move it 50. So this is x-axis, means left and right, and it is top, y-axis means top and bottom. So let's say I will add 500, it will move, right? I will use 50 to 50, it will appear top. So I will use 300, and this is the position, so I will use 50, and it is also just this is 600, right? So by the way, I will use 500, it will move on down, and 200. Yeah, by the way, you can use it to create a circle. You can use this method to create a circle. The next thing is I need to create a line, so I will use the same thing, function draw line. So inside that I'm going to pass 4 parameters, right? 4 parameters. First one is the position, the second one is the rotation position. So I'm going to use x1, x y1, means this is a left and right, top and bottom position. Then I need to assign x2, y2, right? Inside that I need to select the same thing, ctx.begin path, and inside that we need to add more properties, 2 more properties, which is move to and line to. So we need to use select ctx.move to, and inside that I need to assign the size, means y and x, top and bottom, left and right the size. So I need to pass the parameter is x1, y1, right? Those are parameters used inside the function, right? Then I need to assign the line position, so I need to select the ctx.line to. So inside that I need to pass the second one parameter, x2, means rotation position, y2. Perfect. And the same thing, I'm going to assign the color is, I will use ctx.stroke style, right? Which color you will use? Colors, ctx.line width. So I need to assign the size. Which size? The size is appeared on top of my variables. Have a values of 50, and you need to use times by 2 because it will increment 2 times. Last thing you need to add it, ctx.stroke. That's it. So I'm gonna pass the 4 parameters inside there. By the way, in my mistake, I have used an earlier draw circle. Inside it I have passed 4 parameters, but it doesn't work on the draw circle functions. You have seen the circle, but we need to pass only 2 parameters inside the draw circle because I have passed the 2 parameters inside there. So it is my mistake, sorry for that. So I'm gonna save, and this is the circle is appeared. So you need to assign the size, y and axis on there to display the circle, right? But inside the draw line you need to pass 4 parameters, right? So inside that I'm going to use 300, 100, 300 and 500. So save, and look at that. And if you decrease the size, like I'm going to use 10, save, and you can see this is a line and this is circle. Perfect. So it is my mistake to use the draw circle function and passing the parameter 4, but we need to pass the 4 parameters inside there, right? Cool. So once you create both functions, then you can use the mouse event to move the mouse and display the drawing, right? So let's move on top, and first of all I will create a let x variable, let y variable, means the position variables. X means left and right, y means top and bottom, and also I'm going to use let is pressed. This is a function variable, and assign the values of false. The default is false. So I need to select my canvas, add the event press move straighten. So inside that I need to pass canvas dot add event listener, which event you will use. I'm going to use mouse down. See, means element, select it. So inside that I need to use the variable is pressed, assign the value is true. Then I need to use the, first of all I need to target my x variable like this one, and assign the value e dot offset x, and I need to use e dot offset y. Right, so let's look at that. What happened when you will call it? First we're going to use is pressed x and y. So save, and I'm going to open console, pressed right now true, and this is the position. I'm going to press on there, as you can see the positions, and y and x position, and the press is true, right? So when you press the button of the mouse, you have seen the result on the console screen. Perfect. Then we need to use same thing to add another event when user will mouse hold on the drawing section. When the mouse will leave, then I will assign the default values, right? So let's look at that. So leave the mouse hold. So select the same thing, canvas, add event listener, click event, not click, mouse up, right? And then I'm going to use function. So is pressed is false, and x value I need to assign the undefined, and y value I need to assign undefined as well. So let's look at that inside the console when I leave the mouse on the time. So first we're going to press this, and once I leave that, as you can see, undefined. I can't see the result inside the console, means our second event has been working perfectly on there. Let's move on the last and final section that help us to add the drawing, right? So it is very cool. So inside that I need to use mouse move to add the line and circle, right? So I need to select canvas dot add event listener, mouse move, and passing the parameter. So I need to use if is pressed, means the condition is true, means the mouse is pressed or hold, then come into the if body. In the if body I need to use const, create a variable x2, you can write any name as you want, and you need to use e.target, not e.target, you need to use e.offset x value will assign on x2 variable. Next one is I need to assign the value of the y to e offset y value, right? So let's move on the console. So I leave console.log y2 x2 and y2. What happens when I will use it inside the console? As you can see, the result is up here. When you leave the mouse, you have seen undefined, but you have pressed the mouse and leave the cursor inside the circle or inside the canvas section, you have a result. Right, cool. Let's calling the functions draw circle. Inside that I need to pass 2 parameters. Remember, I'm gonna show you. As you can see, I pass the 2 parameters. So I need to target it and pass the 2 parameters x2, y2. Let's just save it. Let's look at that. As you can see, the ring is up here inside, but have some dots and some missing content, right? So we need to fix it using another function. So I need to target my another function is draw line, and inside that we need to pass 4 parameters. First one is x, y. Those are variables that I have assigned on top of my page. So inside that I have a reassign the value, inside that I have a reassign the value. After the reassigning the value, those variables will assign on the draw line. The next one is I need to pass x2 variable and y2. Those are 4 parameters. Save, and let's try it. Yeah, cool. But the issue is I need to add the drawing, right? So last thing you need to add it, you need to target the x variable and assign the x2 value, and target your y variable and assign the y2. That's it. Save, and look at that. Right, so this is our complete drawing. So let's add the features, but also I need to go on my style.css and I need to select the body, and I'm going to use overflow is hidden because I don't need to display the scroll bar right now. Perfect. So let's move on the tools, increase or decrease the size, clear the screen, and so on so far. So I go to script.js. So first of all I will add the change color event. Change color. So I need to select my color element and use add event listener. Which event you will use? Change event, and use e dot. Yeah, so I'm going to select my colors, right? And assign this is a parameter, by the way. This is the color is parameter, and I need to target the e dot target dot value, whatever value, when I will select it from there. As you can see, refresh it, and first we need to write, and right, so the next one is range size, means increase or decrease the size of this one. So let's work on that size. So range element dot add event listener, which I'm going to use click event e. So I need to select my size variable that I have assigned on top of my page and assign the value of e dot target dot value. That's it. Save. And the default size looks like this one, but I decrease that. As you can see, I increase that right now, as you can see, and also you can change the color. Right, cool. Let's move on the next one to colors. So you need to select the options element and use the for each. In the for each you need to pass the parameters colors. So inside that I need to select the colors and use add event listener, which event, click event, and once the click is execute, then come into the if statement or add event listener body, and inside that I need to select the document that query selector options. This is my, and the options have a selected class, and that class dot list dot remove, which class you will remove, selected. First we're gonna save it, and let's look at that inside element. So I need to select the tools row UL tag. So the second one is selected, but when I click on that, you can't see the selected slide inside the alert tag. Right, cool. So let's move on the colors. I need to select the colors dot class list dot add which class selected. Right, so save, and let's move on there. Select the second one, but first we're gonna refresh my page, and I need to select it. Tools, not there, and there. Yeah, I'm gonna select last one. As you can see, the last one has been selected and the first one has been removed. Select that, select that, select that. Yeah, so you have successfully received the data and assigned the classes on the particular section or particular color. So last thing, you need to select your color variable, right? Color variable, and use window dot get computed style, and inside that you need to pass the colors. This is the color coming from your parameters, and then you need to use that get property values and which class, and it's background color. That's it for the color option. So save, and I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to select my red, select it. As you can see, the default size is like this one, but increase or decrease that. And the last and final one is clear the button. So in the clear button, I'll select it btn clear dot /, select event, execute the function when. So I'm gonna say ctx dot clear react. What happened? Just a minute. What is the name? btn clear. Yeah, it's perfect, but okay. I'm gonna passing the parameter 0, 0, and canva width, comma, canvas height. Right. Perfect. So y it's ctx in a minute. Click event and execute the function. Like that. Yeah, it's perfect. Right down. So, and write something clear. Open the console and 88. I have a mistake. Comma, passing the parameters. ctx clear react clear canvas width side y. Okay, I need to go on top, and first we need to check the btn clear. Okay, here's my mistake, guys. I need to assign the ID on there because it's my mistake. So save and click on that, click on that. So it is completely drying up. And last thing and final one is, so the default color is a black. If you want to change it, you can do this, but I'm going to change the size. Default is, I'm going to select my size range element dot value, means the default size is a 5 like there, and when user will increase or decrease that, so this is the default size that is selected on there, but when you decrease that, you will get the decrease. And yeah, it's perfect. So guys, I hope you are understood as well all about how you can create a drawing app using HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.